It's fast, it's smart, and it's free. And it just might be the biggest challenge yet to AI giants like GPT-4 and Claude. Let's unpack what this model is, why it matters, and how it might change the future of intelligent machines. Welcome back to Atarian News Channel. And today we're going to dive deep into one of the most talked about breakthroughs in artificial intelligence, a brand new model called GLM 4.5. GLM 4.5 is the latest artificial intelligence model developed by Zhipu AI or Z.AI as they are now known. It just launched yesterday, that is on July 28, 2025, and it's already being called one of the most advanced OpenAI models ever released. The word open is key here. Unlike models like GPT-4 or Claude, which are locked behind paywalls and private APIs, GLM 4.5 is completely open source. That means developers, researchers, startups, even hobbyists, everybody can access it, modify it, and build new tools with it. No gatekeepers, no billion-dollar subscriptions. And it's not just accessible, it's also incredibly capable. GLM 4.5 excels in reasoning through complex problems, writing and understanding code, and even operating like an AI agent. Something that can browse the internet, call tools, and perform multi step tasks, just like a human assistant. So, how powerful is this thing? Let's break that down. GLM 4.5 is based on a sophisticated architecture called a mixture of experts model, which is a fancy way of saying that it can activate only the parts of its brain it needs for any given task. Imagine a team of specialists in your head, and depending on the question, you call on just the right experts. That's what this model does, and it does it with remarkable efficiency. Even though the full model has a jaw dropping 355 billion parameters, the levers and knobs that help it think, and it only uses 32 billion at a time. That makes it faster and more energy efficient than you would expect from a model this size. It also supports up to 128,000 tokens of context. In everyday language, that means it can handle extremely long conversations, documents, or instructions, even remembering entire books of content and staying on track while doing it. And if you're working with limited hardware, don't worry. There's a lightweight version called GLM 4.5 Air that's faster and cheaper to run, but still impressively powerful. But power on paper is one thing. So I'm going to tell you how does GLM 4.5 actually performs. Well, the early benchmark results are impressive. On a math data set called Math 500, it scored an incredible 98% accuracy. It crushed challenging high school and college level exams like the AIME with over 91%. On tool use tasks, where the model had to make decisions and call different functions, it succeeded more than 90% of the time. When it came to coding, GLM 4.5 solved complex challenges with ease. It generated working software, debugged broken code, and even built full applications and games based on simple user prompts. In web browsing tasks, GLM 4.5 nearly matched GPT-4 Mini and surpassed Claude in finding and summarizing real time internet results. Across the board, from logical reasoning to creative writing to solving puzzles, GLM 4.5 is standing toe to toe with the world's best models, and in many cases, is doing it at a fraction of the cost. Now, here's the part where things get really interesting. Until now, if you wanted access to top tier AI, the kind that can reason, code, and converse at a high level, you had to rely on private companies like OpenAI or Anthropic. Their models are powerful, but they're also closed, expensive, and tightly controlled. GLM 4.5 changes that. It opens the door to world class AI that anyone can use. That means a student in Brazil, a teacher in India, or a startup in Nairobi can all tap into the same kind of technology as the world's biggest corporations without needing millions of dollars or special access. Even from a cost perspective, it's a game changer. For developers, the pricing for using GLM 4.5 is dramatically lower, just 11 cents per million tokens, which is much cheaper than many other platforms. And because it runs efficiently, it doesn't require massive server farms or expensive GPUs. This few has 4 high-end graphics cards. Small teams can run GLM 4.5 on their own machines. That levels the playing field in a major way. So what can GLM 4.5 actually do for you? Let's say you're a writer who needs help drafting an article. GLM 4.5 can not only write it, it can refine the tone, add references, and generate multiple versions to choose from. Or maybe you're learning to code, or you want to build your own app. You can literally describe what you want in plain English, and GLM 4.5 can build it piece by piece, step by step. It understands dozens of programming languages and frameworks. If you're stuck on a math problem, or you need help understanding a legal contract, or you want to learn a new language, it can walk you through every step with explanations that actually make sense. It can research in real time, summarize long documents, generate images, and even act as a core brain behind your own AI assistant, one that you control, not some company. So there you have it. GLM 4.5 is a major moment for artificial intelligence, not just because it's powerful, but because it's accessible. It brings the frontier of AI to anyone with a computer and a good idea. In a world where the best tech is often hidden behind paywalls and patents, Zhipu's move to open up this model is bold, refreshing, and frankly kind of revolutionary. We'll be keeping a close eye on how people are using GLM 4.5 from education to software to science and creativity. If this model takes the way it's expected to, we could be witnessing the start of a new open AI movement. You can try it right now or run it locally. Everything from installation to deployment is freely documented. And to make it easier, I put together a simple step by step guide in the description box. If you want to get started with GLM 4.5 or GLM 4.5 Air, just scroll down and follow along. That's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with your fellow tech explorers. You've been watching at Area News Channel. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.